has stayed consistent. Celebrating 30 years on the air on WROI is the first federal program. Hosts may have changed, but the program is still the same. Now continuing a long-standing tradition, streaming on the First Federal Facebook page and on WROI. It's time for the First Federal program.
And good morning, it is time for the First Federal program on this Friday, February the 6th, as, well, we can now say it's officially a snowy Friday. Good morning, Tanner.
Good morning, Randy. How we doing?
Oh, man. Well, in the last hour, yeah, it's the scenery has changed
a little lighter than it was.
It is, and it's a little deeper than when we first got here, but good old Indiana weather.
You never know.
No, you don't.
It's winter time still.
Yeah.
So.
And they say within a couple hours it'll stop, and who knows what'll happen.
Yep.
As long as the wind doesn't blow, we'll probably be okay.
Keep your snow brush and your shovel handy.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Of course, it is sectional week around the state for girls basketball, so
that's
why would you not want some snow for sectional week?
Yep. Yeah. In the week of Groundhog Day, so yep. So Groundhog saw a shadow. Well, one of them did. I guess there's two of them now. What are we doing here? How many?
Indiana has its own. I didn't know that until this week.
One saw a shadow, one didn't.
Yeah.
So.
But well, I always laugh. It's just a moneymaker thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you look at the calendar, spring is 6 weeks away anyway. So
right. And even then.
And
we know we might get snow till early May. Through April.
Yeah.
So,
I remember
just because it's spring.
April 13th, it snowed on my wedding day in the morning.
There you go.
So
what kind of sign? That's got to be some sort of good sign, right?
We're taking it as a good sign. That's right. Yeah.
It rains on your wedding day. It's supposed to be a good sign. So.
Anything can happen until we get to closer to May.
Yeah,
then you can usually count on it.
Right.
Craziness.
But everybody be safe. That's driving out there.
That's right.
So take your time.
If you haven't left yet, you might want to.
Yeah. Give yourself a little extra time this morning for sure.
As Todd said on his way in, and when you're going into it, it's really bad.
Oh yeah. And we got Todd Zeltwanger joining us this morning of Cultivate Food Rescue, like having them on every year.
Awesome.
Good morning, Todd.
It was great to have you.
Yep. So I brought some trivia with me this week.
Snow related?
Super Bowl related. How about
Super
that?
Bowl. Okay. I figured it probably was.
Super Bowl week, Super Bowl weekend, Super Bowl Sunday coming up.
I almost forgot about it. To be honest.
I'm still not over my Broncos lost 2 weeks ago, so just when I think I'm feeling better, I see something about Super Bowl, I'm like, hopefully I haven't asked this one before, but I didn't go back in my archive to see, but that's all right.
We'll see how many listeners we got there.
Yeah, it might be testing your memory too. Miami and New Orleans are tied with hosting the most Super Bowls.
Ooh.
What city has hosted the second most Super Bowls? And some of these are kind of a combination because, like for instance, A's Phoenix/Glendale, B's Los Angeles/Pasadena, C Tampa, or D Santa Clara/San Francisco, which this Sunday is in Santa Clara.
Interesting. I don't think you've answered that, at least not since I've been around anyway, so that's a good one.
Yes.
I have to think about that.
Yes, and I'll give you the number. Miami and New Orleans are tied with hosting 11 each.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Interesting. That's a lot.
Yeah.
I guess when you got warmer weather, that kind of helps.
Yep, warm weather than a dome.
Yeah.
Also for New Orleans, so which heck, the NFL, how it's going by 2031, I think over half the league's going to have capability to play indoors with retractable roofs.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Could be interesting.
They all want Super Bowls.
Right. Yeah, that's the big thing.
We're seeing cities like Chicago trying to get it. Denver's got plans for a new stadium that's going to have a retractable roof. Kansas City.
Could you imagine a Super Bowl this weekend in Chicago with weather like this?
We've seen Detroit have one. We've seen Indianapolis have one. Which I'm surprised Indianapolis has not been back in the mix.
Yeah,
since 2012. I thought they did a really good job.
Yeah, they did.
But they haven't gotten the rotation for whatever reason.
I'm guessing that they're just so busy with NCAA and other.
Well, now these other cities,
events,
like I just mentioned, are trying to get just more competition now.
Right. Now you just have to put it on a rotating schedule, I guess, instead of bid for it.
Yep. So, but Super Bowl 60 on Sunday at 6:30 on NBC. Patriots Seahawks. Seahawks are a 4-point favorite. I do think they are the better overall team, but it's one game, you never know.
Nope, don't know what will happen in the game.
Yep, it's
one turnover can make a difference.
It's not indoors, but it's warm weather out in California, so that the weather shouldn't have an impact on the game, I wouldn't think. I hope the Seahawks win, but
The two I'm cheering for.
not saying I'm a huge Seahawks fan by any
No.
means, because I don't really care for them. I like them better.
I probably couldn't even name too many players on
Right,
either
right,
side of the ball
but-
this year, but
Yeah.
you hear the New England name, and it's like,
we just
okay,
don't
we
want,
play.
we don't want another New England dynasty
No,
forming.
no.
So yep, we got that. Last night was then for NFL awards show. Matthew Stafford, quarterback for the Rams, won MVP by 1 vote over Patriots quarterback Drake May.
Close race.
And he announced he's coming back next year when he accepted his award, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we found out the Hall of Fame class, which is led by Drew Brees, getting in, which I figured he'd get in first
right.
try, but you never know. So it kind of hit me, though. This class is the first class, entire class, I should say, that I grew up watching a lot of these guys, so it's hit me in the feels this morning. Like,
Feeling old?
Yeah, I am. Drew Brees, Luke Kuechly, Adam Vinatieri, a few others there. So yeah, but
Good old stuff there.
Yeah. Local sports got a lot going on and had a heck of a girls' basketball game the other night.
Yeah, Tuesday night, girls were able to escape a 1-point victory over Manchester, and so they'll be moving on until tonight's semifinals.
I saw Val tweeted that he thinks he's covered between 900 to 1,000 high school girls' basketball games. He said he'd rank that one top 10, if not top 5.
Yeah. I will say that fourth quarter was an exciting one, and the scoreboard keeper couldn't keep up. I was having problems with my, wait a minute, my right or is he right? I mean, we had to score. Every time you turn around, they were down the floor shooting a 3 and knocking it in, but it was a fun fourth quarter, that's for sure. And so the Zebras are back at it tonight as they will take on another TRC opponent in the Lewis Cass Lady Kings, who about 2 weeks ago got Rochester. So
I was going to ask.
34-30, I think it was the final in that one. So it'll be
Expect a close one then,
it'll
right?
be another close one, and the winner will get into the championship game tomorrow night. So
And what's the other?
the other one is Oak Hill and Wabash.
Okay.
Oak Hill pretty heavily favored in that one. Wabash got by Eastern in the second game Tuesday night, 44-41. Both of those teams have a new coach for Wabash, struggling year, only one senior there. So
Oak Hill's pretty
Oak
good.
Hill is number one in the state
Yeah.
in defensive average.
That
So
helps.
yeah, so they are the heavy favorite in that sectional. But
You never know.
yeah, Lewis Cass has had 3 losses. One of them was to Whitco, one to Oak Hill, out of the 3. So
Interesting.
yeah, so but the Zebras will tough task tonight. But if they play as well as they did on Tuesday night,
Be playing for some
they
hardware.
could be playing for some
tomorrow, right?
hardware tomorrow night. So guys lost a tough one last night. Their only game this week due to sectionals again. So on the road to Southwood. Southwood's just dominant. They're good.
Yeah.
They're good. They got a 6'8" kid that just is
That
an all around
helps.
player.
That
And
helps.
yeah, he's just not a guy that stays at the paint.
He's just
So,
not a big guy.
yeah,
he can
yeah,
move
he
and
can move.
do a
So,
little bit of everything.
tough one last night for the
Yeah.
Zebras, but they'll bounce back.
Yep.
2 on the road, or 1 on the road, 1 at home next week.
A lot of ball left
Yeah.
to play for
Oh,
the
yeah.
guys.
Got a lot of twofers here on this
Yeah.
next few weeks as they round out their season here in February.
Yep, getting in the grind,
It's crazy.
so to
Yeah.
speak. Sticking with basketball, college basketball now. It's this time of year, right after the Super Bowl wraps up, all eyes go on college basketball, at least
Oh,
for
yeah.
about a month and a half. And a lot of action going on in the state of Indiana. Starting with Indiana, who's 15-8. They won 1 game, lost 1 game since we had the program last
Yeah.
Friday. They had that West Coast trip.
Yeah.
They split it. They host Wisconsin tomorrow, who's 16-6. That game's at noon on Fox. So it's interesting. Indiana's had a handful of noon home games
Yeah,
on
I
Saturdays.
don't know what's
this
going
year.
on with that. It's kind of
Yeah.
weird, but
National televised
Yeah.
usually, but you know,
right, yeah. So it'll be
big game for both teams there.
right, yeah.
To try to get a marquee win there. Purdue's in action tomorrow after being off this week. Didn't drop in the rankings at all, despite losing a game last week to IU, and then they won at Maryland on Sunday. So they're 18-4. They host Oregon, who's 8-14. They've been really injured this year. That game's also nationally televised at 1:00 on CBS tomorrow.
So it's always tough for the West Coast teams to come to the
that-
Midwest as well.
It's even
so,
tougher for them
yeah.
than it is the teams
Right.
to go out there. Yeah,
Right.
that whole deal was all about football.
Mhm.
They didn't think. They probably did think about the other sports, but they didn't.
Not
care.
very long.
They didn't
think
care.
about it, did they?
So they're just have to, because I mean,
Suck it up.
Cronin,
Yeah.
UCLA's coach, he complains after every single game about something.
Right.
The other day it was NIL issues with not having salary cap and stuff. But I've never seen a coach that complains more than him. It's kind of getting on my nerves, to be honest. But he complains about the travel. It's like, you don't like it, go somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you're in the conference. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know. Notre Dame Butler, their seasons continue to slide a little bit. Notre Dame's 11-12. They do host Florida State, who's 10-12. The game's tomorrow at 4 o'clock on the CW. And Butler's now 13-10. They dropped both games since last Friday. They travel to Marquette, who's 8-15. Don't say that very often.
No.
Marquette. That game's at 2 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. And I did look up Ball State. They only have 7 wins on the season. They host, I think it's an out-of-conference game. I think it's Louisiana Monroe, if I'm not mistaken. One of the colleges in Louisiana has only 4 wins. And that game's tomorrow afternoon. It doesn't look like it's televised. So a lot of action going on around the state.
Fun time of year.
It is. Got some tidbits here this morning. On this day in 1894, the bottle opener was patented by American inventor William Painter. Glad he invented that. Still pretty usable today. Years later.
That's good.
On this day in 1926, I kind of chuckled about this one. The NFL ruled that college students are ineligible until they complete their college careers. That's changed a little bit over the years.
Just a little bit.
It continues to change, more so on the basketball side. On this day in 1935, the board game Monopoly went on sale for the first time.
Wow.
I think they've generated a lot of revenue.
I was going to say, they've changed a lot of different, they've got different versions of it, and they've even, college.
Yep.
They got some college ones.
I've seen the Rochester one before. Rochesteropoly or
it's weird how they do some of that. So definitely done well on that one.
On this day in 1981, the TV sitcom The Brady Brides, a sequel to The Brady Bunch, debuted on NBC, only ran for 10 episodes.
I was going to say,
I was going to ask if either of you remember that.
I don't recall that one at all.
I'm familiar with The Brady Bunch.
Right.
That must have been a flop.
That's why it only ran 10 episodes.
And on this day in 2014, Jay Leno hosted the Tonight Show for the final time. I was surprised it's been 12 years already. But
time flies.
Yes. And there's been 2 different Super Bowls played on this day. Super Bowl 39 saw the Patriots beat the Eagles 24-21. And Super Bowl 45 saw the Packers beat the Steelers 31-25.
Okay.
And today is National Bubblegum Day.
Good old bubblegum.
Pay Compliment Day, that's always a good one. National Women's Heart Day. National Give Kids a Smile Day. National Frozen Yogurt Day, so if you know any shop that sells frozen yogurt, they're probably having some deals going on today. Ronald Reagan Day. National Wear Red Day, something you won't see Todd and I do very often. Number Day. National Chopsticks Day. National Valentine Shopping Reminder Day.
Yes.
It is next Saturday.
It's coming up. We'll remind you.
And National 80s Day.
Good. Interesting.
Which, speaking of the 80s, that's one of the 2 upcoming events I see the Times Theater's got going on this month.
It is.
Next Saturday, on Valentine's Day, they got a boys band night. So you can go hear hits from NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block.
All the fun boy bands.
Jonas Brothers, I think it said. Yeah, all those bands. And then later in the month, I believe it's on the 27th, is the 80s night.
Yeah.
So
that looks like a fun night.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and they're also having their open house on the 13th, which is free to the public. I believe it's from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And celebrating the 103rd year of the Times Theater.
Crazy.
So
it's awesome.
Yeah.
How it's changed.
Yes. And Julie and everybody over there, they're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah. It'll be a fun month out there. So
yes,
if you haven't been there, go check it out.
Yes, absolutely. And money news, the Dow dropped a little bit yesterday. It fell by 495 points, a little over 495 points. But it's still up 49,005.88. So, like Todd says when he's on here, like Evan says, like Dick used to say, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down.
Yeah.
It's kind of out of our control, so we'll watch it and read about it.
It's like watching a roller coaster.
It really is. It really is. That First Federal, we're open today from 8:30 till 5, tomorrow from 8:30 to noon. We'd love to see you at any of our 6 Northern Indiana branch locations. But if you can't make it in, that's okay. You can always bank with us online with our mobile app, which is free to download no matter what kind of phone you got. Go to your App Store, Google Play Store, type in First Federal Savings Bank, FFSB Rochester, FFSB. There's a whole combination you can type in. That'll work. Look for the white star and the green background. You're halfway there from downloading it. And our ATM's open 24/7 as well if you need some cash. If you're traveling over the weekend and in an area where we don't have an ATM or a branch, we're part of the MoneyPass network. So just go to moneypass.com, type in the zip code of the area you're in or just the city, and you'll find all the other ATMs that are part of the MoneyPass network. You can use one of those and you won't get charged a surcharge fee, which those fees keep going up and up and up.
Oh, yeah.
So we offer Simply Free checking accounts and Simply Free business checking accounts. Right now, when you open up a new checking account, you have an option for your gift right now. You'll either get a free toaster or a coffee mug that has First Federal logo on it. So
And you can refer 2 friends and get both.
you can do that as well. Yes, our Refer a Friend program. You can do that online or in person. When your friend comes in to open up an account, they'll get a free gift for doing so, and you will just for referring them. So very easy to do.
It's easy, yeah.
So and both gifts are going well. People are enjoying both of them.
Yeah.
So, and if you're in the market for looking for a new house, make sure to contact Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson at our Rochester branch or Ryan Austin at our Winnemac branch to get pre-approved, so you're ready when that dream house of yours comes on the market. Because more houses are coming on the market, but they're not lasting long.
They're going fast.
So, and we'd love to see how we can help you with any of your mortgage lending needs. We offer commercial lending for businesses. Contact Zach Reuter for more information. His direct line is 574-223-1731. And if you're thinking about retiring,
I'm always thinking about it.
want to maybe roll over a 401k from previous employer, anything like that, contact Mark Blueball or Brian Bell of our Financial Services Department for more information, and they'd be happy to help you. Brian's direct line is 574-223-1705.
Especially on snowy days like this, I can think more about it.
Yes. And to keep up to date with the latest going on at First Federal Savings Bank, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at FF Banking is our handle on those 2 platforms. Like us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel, which you can see an archive of First Federal radio shows dating back through 2019. We are the only locally owned bank in Fulton County. We don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Borrowers must meet underwriting guidelines. We are FDIC insured and an equal housing lender. And our NMLS number is 399927.
There you go. Makes us legal and ready for the fun part of the show.
Ready for the fun part indeed, as we welcome Todd Zeltwanger, who is the Senior Donor Engagement Officer for Cultivate Food Rescue. Morning, Todd.
Good morning, Tanner. Good morning. Thanks for having me on this beautiful day.
Thanks for coming down, and you're always willing to come down and speak on Cultivate's behalf, and we like to have you on every year and hear about all the new changes and growth that's going on at Cultivate. And with that, how was 2025?
2025 was an awesome year. It was unbelievable, actually. We rescued, I think, we're a fiscal year, July 1 to June 30, so our fiscal 25 was ending June 30th last year, was about 4.5 million pounds of food that was rescued. We have added a 22,000 square foot cold storage facility. I think I mentioned the last time I was on the show. And that has just transformed food rescue in our community.
That's
because
awesome.
now we can handle truckload quantities of perishable food that's coming through. We hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
In the past, we had to say no to that
Yeah.
because we just didn't have the capacity for it, and now we can say bring it on. We'll get it in, break it down, make it available to pantries, and so the bulk of our food are now going to upwards of 300 food pantries, soup kitchens, senior citizen, veterans clinics, mainly St. Joe, Elkhart, and Marshall County. But I think as time goes on, we'll be able to expand out a little further.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And one thing I noticed looking at your website, your staff continues to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah, we're at about 35 full-time employees and a handful of part-timers as well. And that's the thing, as we add more staff, we can then distribute more food as we get it in. But so when we don't sell anything, and my role is in fund development.
Sure.
Because we have to have the funding to be able to pay overhead and to pay our people. And but we've had such a great response we're 8.5 years old. We began July of 2017. And our first year of food rescue was 50,000 pounds of food for the whole year.
Jeez.
Back in November of last year, we rescued 700,000 pounds in 1 month.
Wow.
Now that is unbelievable.
Wow.
And the biggest, I'll give you a big reason for that month was, and this is another reason why having the cold storage facility is important, but they had a power outage up in Mishawaka for about a whole day. And there's a super Target up there, if you know that, up there in Mishawaka. They have a grocery department. And so they lost power, and the store people made a decision, we're throwing all this food out, all the refrigerated and frozen food. Well, somebody from the work there said, hey, call Cultivate.
That's great.
So they gave us a call, we took our refrigerated trucks over there. So from 5 to 9 p.m. that night, we rescued, we were taking food off the shelves and out of the freezer, 60,000 pounds of food that otherwise would have been thrown away.
Wow.
And it
Made
shows,
available to
it
pantries.
shows how good a job you guys are doing about getting your name out there too. There was somebody
people,
talking
that's
right
right.
away.
Absolutely.
Cultivate. Yes.
Yeah, we're educating more, trying to make people more aware. Think about, before you just toss food.
Yeah.
Think about the fact that there's young people around us, families that are in need, that if you can repurpose that food, make it available. We have our Cultivate Cares Food Network, where a pantry can join up to that, and then they can see every single day what we have available. They can order it online, just like Amazon. Our people get it ready, put it on a pallet, they drive over, pick up the food, we load them up, send it back, then they give it out to their clients. Probably 90% of the food that we rescue are going to the pantries. The other 10% goes into the meal program for the students. And this school year, we're serving about 2,100 kids every single weekend, each getting 6 of our meals.
Wow.
On weekends. We want to grow that to eventually 5,000 kids every weekend, and then to get to a point. We look like on the rescue side, I said 4.5 million last year. This coming June looks like we're going to be at 7 million pounds.
Wow.
And then eventually our goal is to be at 20 million pounds of food a year, and we think that's going to take about $8 million
Wow.
in budget to be able to rescue 20 million pounds of food. So Tanner, get your checkbook out. And you may need a little more, but I'm going to say, you said today was National Compliment Day or something like that. First Federal has been an amazing partner of ours. We obviously have branches in more of our service areas, St. Joe and Elkhart and Marshall.
Yep.
And it's just been, we get support from individual people, from corporations, from foundations, from service clubs, and from churches. Those are the main people who support our work and give us what we need, and each year we're able to grow because of that, and getting some bigger, larger corporate people. Notre Dame's been a big supporter. The AWS, Amazon folks up that are building up our way are getting involved with us, and the volunteers. I mean, you're out there listening, and we're always looking for more volunteers to come. We have some First Federal groups come in
they
from
love
time to
coming
time
in.
and put meals together. It's a 2-hour shift.
Okay.
You can come in the morning, in the evening, Saturday morning, sometimes afternoons. And I think last year we had close to 7,000 unique volunteers.
That's great.
That's awesome.
And then we have a waiting list for large groups to come in, which is a great problem to have, even though we don't like to make you have to wait to come in.
Right.
But it's better than saying, hey, we need people. So,
Yeah.
that's kind of the summary.
You said you started back in 2017.
Yes.
What was the vision? How did it? Where did it all start?
Yeah, good question. Our co-founder, Randy, his goal, he was a chef. And he said, you know what, I think we can improve on the weekend meal program quality of food for kids that are hungry on the weekends. Better than the cans, the bags, the box, the non-perishable food. Now those, obviously if you're hungry, you'll eat anything, right?
Yeah.
Whatever somebody will give you, you'll take home. But he said, I think we can, and he just said, we throw so much food away.
Yeah.
And he's a chef, so he sees it.
Yeah.
He says, what if we would rescue food from places, prepared unserved food? Obviously if it's out on a buffet line or something, you're not going to rescue that.
Right.
But he said, if we can bring that food in, turn it into like a TV dinner, with a protein, a vegetable, and starch, and then breakfast items also as well. He said that could drastically improve the nutritional content of these meals. And so that's how it began, and we started the concept, found a place that could give us one of these little trays to put the food in, and now we have a sealing machine that seals them up after the food is in there, and then they're frozen, so a child then can take those home, and they're microwavable. 4 or 5 minutes on microwave. They've got a hot meal, and even senior citizens now are saying, "Hey, this is pretty for somebody living alone. It's like it's easy.
Yeah.
They don't have to go to a store. They can take these meals and they can get them through area pantries and senior citizen centers and that kind of thing."
Sure.
Did you ever think it would be where it is now?
No.
Gosh.
We have 2 co-founders, Jim and Randy, and both were like, we had no concept that this thing. And the other thing, what's really odd, we have not found any place else in the entire country that has done a frozen TV dinner type meal made with rescued food.
Wow.
Anywhere.
Nowhere.
Yeah, I mean that it's pretty unique.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be that difficult to do, but so far but yeah, to see the pounds of food grow from 50,000 to what looks like 7 million in about 9 years.
That's,
I mean, it's just
mind-boggling.
yeah, and but it's a community thing because we can't do it without volunteers.
Right.
You can't do it without financial donors, but without food donors.
Sure.
So when you have more of those 3 things, we're really making a dent in food insecurity in our region.
It's awesome.
Reducing food waste. We waste 40% of our food supply in this country. I might have said this before, but a visual for you on that is the Rose Bowl, which unfortunately IU fans are familiar with, most Purdue fans are not. This for a long time. But if you filled that Rose Bowl up from the bottom to the top with food every single day for a year, that's 133 billion pounds of food that we waste in this country every year.
That's crazy.
So that's, and there's, to help feed the food insecure people in this country, there's like 30 million people in this country that are food insecure, we're told. So there's more than enough food to feed them by what's wasted. So it's like, how do we repurpose that and educate people to not throw it away, to get it to a place like us? So I think we're making an impact. It just takes time to change people's habits of, instead of dumping it in the landfill or in the trash bin, let's get it to a place like us.
Absolutely.
So a lot of it, you're talking, if somebody has a buffet, but yet it's still sitting back
in a hot box,
or
it hasn't come out, but never came out.
That's what you're looking for.
Absolutely, that's what we do at the Notre Dame home football games up in the suites up there. That's food that we rescue after every home game, usually about 3,000 pounds of food, and they send it down to us in the elevator from the stadium onto our truck. But yeah, some people think, well, we don't go to Golden Corral at midnight, take the stuff off the tables and bring it back. I mean, you just can't do that. But because the health departments come in, they check us out. I mean, the last thing we want to do is not rescue food safely and make a food insecure person sick. So you got to do things the right way, and we do. We have a great chef. She runs a great show. She's able to. Because it's like Chopped in here every day because you don't know what you're going to have in.
Right.
And she knows the kind of in the menus that is kid friendly. To say, okay, we can take some of this, put some of that, cook some of this, put it together, and she just does a tremendous job. Yeah, we have a great team. You mentioned 30-some people, and we're just very blessed. And actually, we've had some outside cities reach out to us, even in Indiana here, that have said, "Hey, could you guys start one of these over here?" We got it. So we're exploring possible expansion.
With that cold storage that you built, are you getting close to needing to add another? Or
not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
We think we can do 20 million pounds of food a year there, and we'll be at 7 this year. It looks like. So we hope over the next 5 years that we can get to 20 million. I mean, the food's out there.
Right.
We could get to 20 million pounds now.
Right.
The problem is you don't have enough people and enough trucks, and therefore not enough money's been raised to pay those people and buy and lease those trucks to get the food back out.
Right.
We just don't want to accumulate it and then have it sit.
And then have to get rid of it. Yeah, because then
Right.
So
we're trying to grow smart and in a timely basis.
You don't want to outgrow yourself.
And the challenge for me personally is in fund development is, okay, so to get to $8 million a year in a budget, either you gotta find new people, you gotta try to get a little more from your current people, and don't lose anybody along the way.
Retention.
And so far, every year, we've been able to raise what we've needed to grow.
Great.
People have stepped up and helped us.
And I know a big part of that's doing different events. What
There you
events do
go.
we got on the calendar for 2026?
2026, our 2 hallmark events are a golf outing called the Cultivate Golf Classic at Swan Lake Resort in Plymouth. This year will be Tuesday, May the 12th. And we still got a few spots left, I think about 13. We usually fill it with 60 teams.
Oh, you'll fill it. You always fill
golf
it.
courses, and people have stepped up and supported that. We're going to have this year, Tanner, a different game on both courses, a drone ball drop.
Ooh, I like that. I've
So
played
a
bounties
team
with
pays
those. I like that.
$20 and you can have your ball sent down to the
With
green,
It's so
Wow.
fun to
and
watch.
then they drop it.
Okay.
It's a par 5 hole, so
Yep.
if it goes in, you're a hole in
You get a
one.
hole in a par 5.
On a par 5, if it misses, you can go putt it and
Yep.
count that as
Yes, just
so that's another.
That's cool.
We feel like that's going to
Yeah, it's
be
fun.
make a
That's
fun.
fun.
That would be a fun
And
one.
then August 13th is our annual Taste of Hope event at the Century Center in South Bend, and that's generally about 700 people attend that. That's right before the school year starting. Helps us raise funds for the coming school year for the weekend meals program, and then we bring in about 20 guest chefs. They set up around the room, they prepare and serve their specialty food item. People graze around all night, try the items. We have special music, and so you can buy a table of 8 for that kind of thing. That'll be on our website soon as well as we get that flyer together. But those are the two. And then I should say, how did I forget this? March Meal Madness.
March Meal.
March Meal Madness.
So off the March Madness theme, so next month, we'll have, I think we're gonna cap it at 20 to maybe 25 teams of 20 people each. They come in, they pick their day, either at our Elkhart location or our South Bend location, and they put as many meals together as they can in 90 minutes. So for each meal, they get a point. They also do peer-to-peer fundraising. So we ask each team to raise at least $1,000. So if they raise more than that, they can. So a point for every dollar raised. So when you combine the points for the meals and the points for the dollars, whoever has the most gets a chef-prepared meal by our chef at their location.
That's cool.
Awesome.
And so that helps
is
us
cool.
kind of, usually fundraising after the December gets a little slow, so
Sure.
we try to do something in March.
That's cool.
I like
And,
it.
so that's
That's
coming
a
up.
neat one.
We've got
Yeah.
about 15 of the 20 teams committed.
All right.
I don't think we have a first federal team
Yeah.
yet.
Well,
but,
you might.
we
You
might be talking
after
to the
this.
right guy.
Yeah, maybe this is the guy that get us over the top there.
Yeah,
And
might be talking to the
Tanner
right
be
guy.
cracking the whip in there. Come on, put more meals together. We gotta win this thing.
Yeah, that sounds
So
like
that's
a fun-
coming up too in March.
Sounds like a fun event.
Yeah, and Todd, if anybody wants to volunteer for
Yeah.
anything, or maybe wants to make a donation, how do they go about doing either one of
The
those?
best would be, Tanner, to go to our website, cultivatefoodrescue.com. And they can click on, there's a donate now button if they want to make a donation. And there's also a link for volunteering. They can click on there, they can see when we need people, they can just type it in, they can just put their name in and come in and volunteer. Bring some people with you, sign up for a group. But that's the best way, just to go to that website.
CultivateFoodRescue.com.
Yep.
Well, thank you for joining us.
You're
this
welcome.
morning,
Thanks so
Todd.
much
It's
for having
always
me.
Yeah.
Awesome to hear how Cultivate just continues to grow year to year.
It does,
Yeah.
yeah. And we're very blessed, and again, it's a community effort, and so we'll keep pushing until we can totally reduce food insecurity in our area.
Todd, thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank
It's
you.
always great to
Appreciate it.
great to
Thank
hear
you.
your story.
Yeah.
And you can participate in the trivia question
Okay.
along with Randy here.
I think I'm
got a
gonna
guess?
guess.
All right.
Read
Miami
it again, I'll tell you my answer.
Miami and New Orleans are tied with hosting the most Super Bowls with 11. What city has hosted the second most? Phoenix/Glendale, Los Angeles/Pasadena, Tampa Bay, Santa Clara/San Francisco.
I'm going D.
Going D with Santa
Santa Clara.
Clara, San Francisco.
I'm gonna say Phoenix.
Phoenix is Los Angeles
Oh,
slash
we're both
Pasadena
wrong.
with
Dang.
8.
Really?
Really?
8.
Pasadena.
More so Pasadena back in
Back in the
the
day.
80s and 90s, but
Okay.
now it's shifted to
Wow.
SoFi
Ah.
Stadium. So,
Interesting.
Yep. And we'll close with some words of wisdom. I don't know who originally said this quote, but I heard it on a podcast last week and really liked it, so I thought I'd share it. The amount of good things in your life depends on your ability to notice them.
Ah, yes. Very nice, very nice. Again, Todd, thank you
Good
for
stuff.
coming down. Be careful going
Thank
back.
you.
And
No
Tanner, always a great show, and we'll look forward to talking to you again coming up next Friday.
We'll be here. Thanks, Randy.
All right, thank you.
With those words of wisdom, this has
All
been
right.
the first federal
Well,